It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
There you go.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. This is the real Brooklyn Cafe, not brunch,
I
not
need
lunch.
a mimosa. Actually, I need a Bloody Mary.
Nah,
I need to go to Luna Rosa and get one of their
you
Bloody
just
Mary
a piece-
specials.
You are a piece of work, is what it is. We got you today, though. You
Josh
said
has got me.
something. You got all angry. You didn't say nothing, honey.
I sent it.
You. It's a
Just wasn't
mystical.
We took care of it, though.
Your name ain't unilateral.
No, that'd be Jaja in the house.
Whose name now? We know where it originates from.
Happy Monday, everyone, for the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995. You cannot see that because it's hidden behind a piece of paper.
Yeah, I know that. They don't care about me. They got to put it on this pole. You got it on the wrong pole. Now, listen, our friend in Pennsylvania, the hell's his name? Troy?
Yes. He's in South Carolina, but yes.
Okay, wherever the hell he is. The reason that she gives out the number that I can't read, we didn't change the number. There are two numbers that we use. This we use during social media hour is?
888-994-4995.
That's the first number.
That's the number that comes directly right here to the studio. Our 1 o'clock hour goes to the radio station. That's a different number.
And what number would that be?
I'll kind of confuse people.
888-565-1470 is the second hour number. So for right now, it's 888-994-4995. Use it or lose it. Call in. We don't even know if the stupid thing works. It does work.
It works a lot, and you can also always find us at the Brooklyn Cafe. We now have a new V card. So if you go to your text message and start a new text, 80800, and in the text, put in cafe, hit send, and you're going to get all of our live streams. You'll get our sponsors. You'll get everything we do right here in the Brooklyn Cafe. And one of our interns, I'm not sure which one, is going to be monitoring that, and they all look up in fear.
What?
Daily.
Monitoring
The best
what?
answer I got from our interns over the weekend when I asked them to do things was, I don't know how. Well, that's good you don't know how.
That's
because
why
that
you're
means
here.
You're going to learn, right? That's why you're here, is
That's
to
why
learn.
you're here. You're here as an intern because you want to
You're
learn.
an intern.
I don't know how to edit. I am going to learn how, but I got to learn how.
I don't know what it is what did she ask you to do?
Write an article.
That's
Couple
easy.
articles.
That's simple.
We're going to do one on essentials. And the reason I asked Shelby is because she was so interested when she was here the last time. I thought, even though she's not official intern, I thought it'd be good for her to learn more about it. Hug a tree is what I do, and then you can help her do it because you wrote one for the last one. This goes in our November newsletter.
You wrote one.
Janice did.
Oh, yeah, Janice did. Janice wrote that.
She wrote that?
She wrote that.
You interviewed, she wrote.
And you imposted it then.
It was a collaboration.
All right, so anyway, listen, get into that, whatever. Listen,
And Annie's going to write one on fingers.
No,
That piece is coming
hold
out.
on a second. What we're going to do is we're going to have you interview new guy interview him, and you guys are going to interview each other so
gonna
that we
practice
can
interviewing?
see what it is, and then I'll show. I used to run a newspaper in high school.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
in high school.
Really?
But my newspaper was so funky, they almost threw me out of the school.
I used to be the yearbook editor.
Were you?
Yeah. It was kind of funky there
I
too.
used to hate newspapers that came out and
Scary.
says, "Hi, my name is," and they need the why, the who, the what. And all that. I didn't do that.
Yeah, why am I not surprised?
I didn't do all that. I used to get real funky.
Welcome
the
to,
artist said
and
I was
welcome to
funky.
where we sit right now, right? There's always the past meets the present, here we roll.
I thought that everything was Watergate at that time. As a young rebel, without a cause.
Have you noticed I'm always in pink lately?
No,
Yes.
You know why?
no, it's that she is, or you notice.
It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and look, you can't see this, but see, I had my fingernails done with the ribbon.
Weren't they like a purple before?
They were, and apparently people watch the show and they comment on my nails, which means they have to be appropriate. So I did the breast cancer ribbon for the next couple weeks since we're doing a lot on breast cancer
I
awareness.
didn't even notice that.
I know you didn't. But we've got Ashley. You're not Agaloff anymore.
I haven't changed my last name yet.
Okay, I still call her Agaloff.
Ashley, move that microphone
We're
closer.
going to be talking about thermography and the difference of thermography versus mammogram and finding the hot spots, right? We're not looking at they're hot because
Right,
it's in
the
the
abnormal
heat.
heat patterns.
Abnormal heat patterns. Is that work for diabetics as well?
It works for anyone. It's
Anybody
early
who has
detection of cancer.
inflammation, is that the way it works?
Everyone has some kind of inflammation, so.
This is an amazing thing.
It's an amazing thing, and we're using it today to talk about breast cancer, but it can be used for anything.
Yeah, we do full body screenings, but breast cancer is what has the most done studies. So it's really amazing what you can find. And now with mammograms, I'm not sure if you guys know, but in 2015, the American Cancer Society said that with mammograms, instead of getting it at age 40, you should get it at age 45. And that's because there are lots of risks involved. So you definitely want to look for alternative testing or adjunctive screening testing. And thermography
That's
is
the
one of
thing
them.
that blows me away with the mammograms. You go for a mammogram, and they tell you have to come back for an ultrasound.
Oh, all the time. Every
Right? So
person.
last year, 2 years ago, I went together to do them both, which makes a lot of sense. Last year, they said, no, we're going to do one. And then if you need it, you're going to have to come back. So as soon as they finished one, they said, now you need to come back, but we can't see you for another week. Well, there you were left with this information hanging that you have to come back for another test, but we can't see you for another week. Why not just schedule it all
But
together?
it doesn't mean it's bad news.
No, but
Dawn.
why not just do it all together like you want to?
I don't know. When I had the test done on my heart, there were 3 tests. And I said to her, knucklehead, why don't we just go to test 3? She said, well, because that's $100,000. I go, so what? You're going to get there anyway. It's going to cost 100 plus one test and another. It's going to be like 300,000.
Pretty much.
Just go and have the damn thing done. It doesn't mean it's bad news.
What are some of the dangers that they're showing with mammograms?
Well, one is that they're 20% of the time it's false positive. So what's happening
See?
is many women have dense breasts, so they come back and
What's a dense breast?
basically your dents are fibrocystic.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about yours, but but most
Whoa. Somebody get this lady more cob. Whoa. I think my breasts are very dense. They feel even quite
And you
heavy
know,
today.
it's not
Thank you.
due to size. You can
It's
have
not due to
small
size.
breasts and have dense
Yep.
breast tissue.
Really? Men
Most
have
women have
breast
dense
tissue
breasts.
too, right?
they do. 1 in 1,000 men get breast cancer.
Really? I heard that men also can secrete milk. Is
You
that
getting
true?
a little protective over
I
there?
am.
While you watching this?
I am. I'm watching myself. I feel dense.
Yeah.
But you have more
boom.
estrogen in your body. Yeah, maybe.
Is that what it is? This lady knows a lot.
And how does thermography work? They're going to download some pictures while we're talking.
You got
Oh,
those
great.
pics?
So with thermography, it's actually the one test that's non-invasive, it has no radiation, and it's safe. So that's the difference between that and a mammogram. And with a mammogram, you find it once it's a lump or a bump, and actually you can find normally things more with a self-examination.
So I'm
with a
looking
lump
at
or a
this
bump.
picture, and I
Right.
have to tell you,
Mhm.
it's scary.
It is scary. What are those things that they're circling? Is that what the camera's picking up?
That's the abnormal heat pattern. So what the doctor does, the thermologist who actually interprets the report, he's looking at each side of your body. And our bodies are supposed to be symmetrical. So when you have more heat in one area, that means there's more blood flow to the area, which indicates inflammation. So it can actually detect thermography cancer way before a mammogram, because when it's the size of a pinhead, it can detect it. So you can see what your risk is way before a lump or a bump would be shown.
But
So,
wouldn't you have more circulation around the heart? Like she has it over her left
so it's not the
breast?
heart. They're just looking at the breast right now.
Right, but it's over the heart, I'm saying. Isn't there more circulation on this side of the body?
It has nothing to do with the heart. The heart's too deep inside the body. We're
Okay.
just looking at the skin surface.
Okay, so
It's a good
it's-
thought, though.
But yeah,
I
it
always
makes-
thought
it makes
that was.
It does
Well,
make
I
a lot
always,
of sense.
and again, I'm not trying to be offensive. I always thought a woman's breast on the left side is larger than the one on the right because it has more blood flow.
Never heard of that, but
Well,
it's a good guess.
If you look at them,
In your experience?
you'll know. Just saying. If you look
yeah,
at them,
start observing that.
have you never noticed that?
No.
Have you? I'm afraid to ask. Oh, this bunch of people. Have you ever noticed that?
No.
No? Really? Really? Oh my God. It is so true. It is so true. Different reason. Every woman that I met in my life has a different reason.
That their left breast is bigger?
The left, it's just a little bit different.
Because there's no
I'll
symmetry.
shut up.
No, but okay.
Well, you
my
need a
right
mic.
thigh is bigger than my left thigh.
Your left eye or your thigh?
Thigh.
Yeah, well, good for you. Now, but I'm talking about the breasts. I thought it was because of blood circulation is the point.
No symmetry.
No symmetry.
Okay.
Your left ear is bigger than your right ear. Did you
I'm
know
just,
that?
Yeah, I'm just okay.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Okay.
Well, okay, so you've identified this heat pattern, and then what?
So what happens is the doctor looks at the report, you see the heat pattern, he gives you a risk rating. For example, when you get your report back, 1 to 5. So if you're at low risk for developing breast cancer, meaning there's no inflammation, you come back in a year for your exam and we go over recommendations of what you can do. Most people who have a 1 are normally people who are working out, they're eating a really healthy diet, they're using natural skincare, they're doing all the right things, they have low estrogen levels in their breasts. So if you are at a high risk, which some people are, and the thing is, how do you know you're healthy? Right?
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
what I was
people
gonna
say,
ask.
"Oh, how I feel."
Yeah.
Well, what does cancer feel like? What does heart disease feel like?
We don't wanna
Sometimes
know.
you don't know. So it's really important for everybody to get screened because cancer triples over 90 days. So if you are at high risk, when you come back in 3 months, you can make sure there's no significant changes. And if there are, you can do something about it earlier. Because by the time there's a lump or bump, it's normally at a later stage. So you want to prevent that earlier. So then I go over recommendations with people. Like, for example, you can use frankincense oil on your breasts. So frankincense is a very anti-inflammatory oil. You can mix that with coconut oil, do breast massage.
But you should do that all the
Dry
time,
brushing.
no matter
But
what.
Would
right?
that go into the tissue where you see heat?
Well,
the
because
frankincense?
our skin's the largest organ on our body,
Right.
so it actually really like our skin products really make a difference. If you're using skin products that have alcohol and all these other chemicals in it, that's not only affecting inflammation in your body, but it's also affecting your hormones. So, which also, if you have hormonal deficiencies, can lead to breast cancer.
So you should be using Frankenstein stuff.
Frankincense.
That stuff.
Do you
should
know
be
how
using
far
that
back
anyway.
frankincense goes?
Very
Well, apparently not far
So
enough.
To the Three Kings.
Yeah.
Well,
It's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible. You okay? Let me ask the ladies in the room. You guys use this?
Frankincense?
Have you ever heard of it? You have. You have. Have you used it? You use it on your body? You use it on.
Do you know Liz, who Crunchy Makeup is a line of toxin-free makeup that we work with? She had a rash on her chest, and she just posted she'd been putting frankincense on it, and it is so much better.
So you should be using this at a young age. This Franken stuff.
Oh, of course.
right?
Because what happens is many women now are being diagnosed with breast cancer in their 30s. And if you don't go for a mammogram, which is the annual test, until you're 45, imagine being diagnosed at 35 or having something at 35, not knowing, and then waiting 10 years.
Right.
It's going to be stage 4 by that
Yes.
time. So you want to, young women should be getting this. I got my first screening at 25. And for me, actually, I was high risk at first. This was before I got into all my health stuff. And from there, it made me nervous, like what you were saying. So I made a bunch of lifestyle changes, went back 6 months later, and I was at low risk. So it's really cool, and that's what you saw in that picture there. You saw somebody who made lifestyle changes, and the inflammation got reduced.
Oh, that's
And
what changed. All right, Gio, there's
yeah.
another picture we can put up also.
You know, I think that what you want to do is you want to reach kids that are 18 years, if not younger, and get them hooked up to this thing so that you start living this as a normal part of your life, not a special part of your life.
And tell
It's
us about
a
this
yearly
one.
screening, yeah. So this just shows what I was just saying was how cancer doubles every 90 days. So you can see here, it's just showing that our cells, so we have a bunch of cells in our body, and what happens is if those cells get cancer, then you're gonna see the cancer, but not right away. It's going to take time to see the cancer from a mammogram. So here you can actually see it much earlier and see the inflammation. So you're detecting it earlier. But a lot of people, when they get the thermography, if they're not doing anything about it and they're not making the changes, it's not going to matter.
But you see the heat. You don't.
Yeah, you see
You
the
can't
heat. So the
diagnose
red-
cancer based on this.
No, nothing. Just like mammograms,
Just
not
inflammation.
diagnostic. It's a tool. It's a
And
screening
then what?
tool.
Then do you go see an oncologist, or what's the next step if you see heat?
Depend if it's so you have to come for a baseline. That's why it's early to come for a baseline when you're as young as possible. Like you said, like 18 to 25 is when you really want to start coming. And then if you see the heat, I always recommend working with a functional medicine doctor, making those changes. But if it is high risk, yes, then you can go. I always recommend getting an adjunct screening, which I would suggest an ultrasound personally. But many women do get the mammograms.
So when women come to see you, you supply them with recommendations and yada yada yada,
Definitely.
all of the steps, right? Because I mean, this is what you do.
Yes.
Okay.
You have another picture, Gio, the side by side.
It's a scary thing because most people should, even though you know about this stuff, if you're not using it, it's like not knowing about it.
Can you explain the
Right.
colors on this?
Of course. So red is always the hottest. So if you get your exam back, you'll get it in writing, and you'll also get it in the grayscale and the rainbow scale. So red is the hottest, then yellow, then green, then blue, then purple. So that's the cool side.
Is this the same woman?
It's the same woman. So you get it in grayscale. Grayscale, see the grayscale, how it has the arrows pointing to those like kind of spottiness, like leopard spots? That indicates hormone imbalance. So the doctor can also look for the hormonal grade of estrogen in your breasts. So when you have more leopard spots, that can also indicate a higher risk of breast cancer.
Now
And
that's
there's
the
more
machine.
blood flow.
The machine is doing the leopard.
This is the machine, actually. I made my stand much lower, obviously. And then this is actually the camera. So people just come in and it's taking your picture. That's all it is.
But the machine put the leopards. It wasn't her skin doesn't have
No,
spots.
that was her
on it.
skin.
Her skin has spots
no,
on it?
her skin doesn't have spots.
No,
It's the machine
the
that's
machine.
picking up on the vascular patterns, exactly.
And then in that shot also, I noticed that the breast was engorged in yellow and red. So the whole breast was inflamed, and it's different from the other side. So then all of a sudden it becomes a candidate for further discussion. Correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I got it.
And then you recommend the frankincense.
That's one thing. I mean, I recommend many things, and it depends on who the person is, where they are, what they want to do. Some people want to just go to a breast specialist, get their breast removed. You know what I mean? Some people don't want to make the changes. So it's really important to give people the recommendations, but then it's up to them.
Now I got a real tricky question here, so don't laugh at
Okay,
me.
I'll try.
A woman has that problem, right? And she has the exam, and they tell her she's a high risk. I want to use the worst case scenario, and she ignores it, and she gets pregnant. She gives birth, and your breast, you give milk, right? So does the inflammation going to get better because all of a sudden there's breast being produced? There's the whole thing that you go through because Rowan was at the house yesterday. Is this whole thing that women go through? It gets worse. Or doesn't it? Does the inflammation get worse? Does the chances
That's a
get
good
worse?
question. I'm not sure about that.
I mean, when you breastfeed and you
Yeah.
lactate, does the inflammation get worse?
inflammation-
I mean, think about it,
Get
right?
worse
I
or
mean,
better?
there's stretching. There's
When they have breast cancer?
I don't. Can you imagine?
don't
Is
think
that
they
bad
should
for the
be.
baby?
I'm sure it is, yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Well, the thing is knowing. So that's a whole nother.
Yeah,
So
but
if you've been
Dawn, think
diagnosed,
about this. A woman breastfeeding and she knows or doesn't know, and this whole thing is going on.
I would pretty much safe to say that if a woman is breastfeeding, she's not on chemotherapy and she's not undergoing treatment because there would be no way.
But
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
can't
saying,
breastfeed when-
But I'm
Right.
saying if the cells are there, because again, like the umbilical cord, are you transferring
Can you transfer-
cancer cells to the baby? Is my
I
question.
don't know.
I have no idea.
We need to bring somebody in here.
I don't know. Maybe we should bring an oncologist
That
in
I'm
and
not
talk to
sure
them, or
about.
a lactation specialist on that one. If you have any information on Freddie's question and you're a lactation specialist or know of one as far as nursing,
Come on.
if you've
come on
got
down.
breast cancer, let us know. 888-994-4995. But it's a good
I mean,
question.
it's a scary question. If
It
the
is
answer to
scary.
that question is yes, then this becomes mandatory, not optional anymore. Because think about what you're doing here. I look at Rowan, and she pumps and pumps a lot. And the more you pump, the more you keep pumping. So if something's going on there and she doesn't know about it, does it affect the baby? I mean, think use your head here.
Well, it's a good question because women that have HPV, they're not letting them have vaginal births, right? Because you can't go through the birth canal if there's an infection. So you would think the same type
it's the
of
same
thing.
type of thing then.
Yeah.
HPV. complicated.
Not really.
So this
Is
is
this a routine part of an examination these days, or is this something new that
It's
It's
just
not
average
new.
medical office would not have?
So it's been around since the 1950s. It's in hospitals in Germany. They have it in Japan and Brazil, and in many hospitals in Europe. But the problem is they don't have it in hospitals here. It's not mainstream care. It's alternative, holistic care here. So the normal care is a mammogram. So if women don't know about this,
they don't do it.
They don't do it.
So this is considered holistic.
Yeah, but it's preventative because you can find things so much earlier.
Yeah, but you know something,
Preventative.
I wouldn't even classify it as holistic. I would classify it, if you're 18, this exam should be done. It's just stupidness if you don't do it.
And we learned about it last week. We had another show we produced, and they brought someone on. This woman had hotspot after hotspot, and then a year and a half went by, and she skipped her thermography. And what happened to those hotspots?
Got worse.
You
It
know
got
what?
worse and turned into malignancy.
Yeah.
And again,
That's
and
what
you
we
know,
want to avoid.
And the breast awareness that we've been doing since I'm 56 now, for about 55 years, it talks about getting exams and everything else. But here's an exam that you can do young with a whole recipe to help you overcome. And you're talking about inflammation, talking about the opportunity for it to get worse. You don't take advantage of it?
Well, think how much happens with inflammation, right? So many things.
I'm
Your
living proof of
diabetes,
it.
your
Yes.
neuropathy. I know you were talking about diabetes before the show about something. It's all inflammation and what it does. All these itises are inflammation in our bodies, and it's how do we deal with it. But frankincense, talk about that. I mean, that goes back to biblical when the three kings left frankincense
But
and myrrh
there's
for the
more than
baby.
just Frankenstein. There's a whole bunch of frankincense. There's a whole bunch of other stuff.
Is this, mammograms are covered by
Insurance.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Is this?
This isn't. This
Test?
is $249 for a breast exam. So it's still affordable, but it's not covered by insurance. In Europe, it is.
And you know why it's not covered by insurance?
They don't make enough money on it. I have a friend who works at a diagnostic center, and he was trying to get me to go in there and do this, and they're like, what would they make? They would make nothing. So.
But if you take $249 and you multiply by 100,000 people, not only are you going to make money at it, if you use your head, everything that goes after this, the after stuff, the care, reducing the 5 to a 1, the information that you share with people, you're talking about saving hundreds of thousands of people. Forget about that. You're saving people's lives here.
But the cancer industry is $1 billion company, so
Yeah, well-
they would rather focus on getting people in for, unfortunately, chemo and radiation than prevention.
You
Oh,
know,
here, this is what you eat. Oh, great, no one gets cancer.
It's-
Work out, do yoga, reduce your stress.
It's funny because
Stress
my
is
mother
bad.
once said, if you take the person in the cancer industry, the one that makes the decisions and says yes or no, if you take that person and their son or daughter had cancer, it would change their opinion.
100%.
I mean, they would have to fire her or him and fire them, bring somebody else in who just doesn't have the feel. But you know something? Let's speed up on cancer. Let's get rid of it. And there's 100 billion other illnesses you can make money on.
But doing a whole body screening, this can potentially pick up the heat for ovarian cancer as well.
Yes, and also thyroid. So thyroid now is more prominent than ever. Like all these autoimmune issues with thyroid, I actually have one myself, which picked it up on the thermography when I was 25, so 7 years ago, which is interesting. And you know, if I didn't know about that, it would have been harder to get pregnant. So it's really important to know.
So you
about all
want
these
are you
things.
being treated for
Yeah,
thyroid
I've been
disease?
working with a functional medicine doctor since
Do you
then.
know
But
diabetics also suffer from thyroid?
Yeah,
And they told me
it affects
this.
your body. Yeah.
They told my cardiologist of all people told me this, and they had the exam done for the thyroid. It runs in my family too, so that's just another lethal complication in my life. Like I need more.
It's
But
linked
again-
to gut health. You really got to do everything you can. With
And
your,
we're back to that
I think
again.
And you're
told you
back to
that
the gut
before.
health. You've told him there's a list of people that talk. Well, they talk about gut health all the time, right? And that's why Tammy's coming on Wednesday to talk about nutrition. She wrote her whole doctorate on nutrition and preventive eating from cancer.
Oh, that's awesome.
So nutrition.
But I
Tammy.
also want to talk about, because I got rid of a lot of gut, the damage that you leave behind. Is it repairable?
It is repairable. It takes time, though. A lot of people say, "Oh, I changed my diet. I've been on this new diet 2 weeks. I don't feel any different." I'm like, "Okay, it's been 2 weeks." You know, for me, it took about 3 months until I really started to feel like I used to get really bad cramping, joint pain. I used to think I had kidney issues. And I was young, you know, in my 20s. I don't have that anymore now.
Really? Because you
Yeah.
changed your diet.
Completely. I mean, I don't eat a lot of things, and I also added in way more greens, bone broth, lots of different things that actually help heal the gut.
I heard about this bone broth stuff.
I drink it every day
Do
in a
you?
protein
It
shake.
tastes like
Oh, you have the
feet.
powder, Dawn?
I can't tell you it's so good, but
Yeah,
somebody
I don't
told
do,
me.
I just do the soup. It's so easy to make.
My
your
mother
own.
used
But
to
I heard
make
it
that.
smells really bad.
It's you
I
have
don't
to
See,
you don't-
no one even
Dawn,
denies
Dawn, you
it.
don't smell it,
you
you
have to
eat
get
it.
used to it.
You have to make the soup.
I make
hear
it
that-
in an Instant Pot, so it's really not bad. But if you just leave it on your stove top without an Instant Pot, yeah. you
It
need
smells like bone.
No, I do the powder in a protein shake.
No, my mother used to make bone broth, so we wouldn't get anemic.
It helps with that.
That's what she did it for. All this other stuff
Helps
that
with
comes
B12,
along.
folate. All.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
How
mean,
can
we
people
grew
get
up
in
on
touch with you?
There are some things that are only digestible because you know they're good for you. Alfalfa sprouts.
it. Ugh.
I like those.
It's one of the few foods that has all 8 amino acids in it.
How do you eat an
But
alfalfa
it's,
sprout?
when you
In
start eating,
salads.
it's like eating the grass. You know,
It's like eating grass. You eat a lot of alfalfa sprouts?
I still don't love them, but I eat them because I know every time I do, they're healthy.
They're healthy.
Sunflower sprouts are really good too.
Sunflower.
And
who?
They taste better.
Sprouts.
Too. Sunflower sprouts.
Did you meet Spencer?
I just met
We have
him.
Spencer Myers with us, and Spencer's a good friend of Amy Reshevsky's. And he wrote this book, A Letter to My Grandson, which started out as a letter and a book of history to his grandson. And now he's got a whole book. Not only does he have a whole book,
Did you read it over the weekend?
I read it. I read a lot of it, but what I really love about the book is how you start each chapter. And I kind of wish I could just have a book of your quotes at the beginning of each chapter because I couldn't highlight every single one. Stand your ground, but don't be stubborn. Then you've got this one about integrity, which I thought was just phenomenal. Time made me think of you. Time is on your side. The worst kind of information to have is the stuff you know for sure that ain't so. Time, he talks about time. You know, you always say, it's just time.
I mean, you should
We
put
got
that
this.
on a billboard.
Everything,
what's going on right
Spencer,
now.
all of these
That's a
things
good-
that you
that's a
started
good one.
each chapter with, any job worth doing is doing well. Things attained through dedication and hard work are always more appreciated than any gift you'll ever receive. I want a book of just how you started each chapter. Truly, I ran out of bookmarks
But that's
because
the
every
catch.
single one was the catch of, I want to read more, but they were all so important, so prominent.
All right, so you want to talk about what the book is about a little bit?
Yes. And there's also Palm Beach writing contest.
Indeed. It started this month. The first annual Palm Beach County Short Story Contest. It's called In Search of Integrity. And what gave rise to this was indeed the book, which was intended to be a letter to my grandson, my editor of my first novel, which is called Pest. It's an ecological thriller. He said, "Oh, you're writing a memoir." I said, "No, I'm writing a letter to my grandson." And I never looked at it as a biographical sketch. And as I proceeded, friends who are writers said, "There's a lot about integrity in here." Well, I was writing about my family, and there wasn't. I just sort of discovered this as I went along. And as I said to you earlier, I gave it to my grandson on his 10th birthday, and along with a family history album, and he appreciated the pictures, but I think he would have preferred a computer game.
But one day he's going to look back and have this. And it's the one thing I always say to Freddie is we have clients and sponsors and guests, but the one thing you always have that you should always have is your integrity. And you as a person in your name is your integrity. And no matter what you have, that's how you in my mind, that's how we run a business, and that's how you are who you are. Because that's all you have left. I mean, whatever, your personal belongings, it's your integrity. It's the quality of you as a person.
Lying breaks down the trust necessary for successful relationships in every aspect of life. The average person, and there is no such thing as average person, but on an average, I should say, a person lies 11 times per day. Some of them are simple. You get in the elevator with somebody, you ask how you doing, and you say, "I'm fine," when your life is falling apart. But lying, she's familiar
Josh
with
is
that.
like me.
Every day we do those things. It's just, but lying at the global level amongst leaders or by leaders can create conflicts that lead to wars between nations. And we've had a lot of history of that in this country just during my lifetime. I remember Lyndon Johnson saying during the war in Vietnam, that his closest advisors lied to him. The war got prolonged. He decided not to run for a second term. During the Nixon years, they were repeat with lies that led to the Watergate investigation. Next, during the Reagan administration, Bill Bennett, who was the Secretary of Education, fabricated an entire campaign that was based upon the fact that marijuana users were creating lower productivity in companies throughout the United States. No one ever stopped to check the veracity of that.
Well, it's like the War of 1812.
Turns out that year, American companies produced record profits. And, we're right in the midst of it now. It's happening at a record level. I heard the other day that our current president tells a lie on the average
Okay,
of
we're
7
not
to
doing
8 times per day.
politics.
But I wasn't here to tell.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you is, lying is pervasive, and after writing the book and realizing that integrity was a basic theme through my family, I'm not suggesting to anyone that I am a model of integrity. We all have our faults, but I thought it was important that people start realizing how important it is to tell the truth. And if we get people start writing about it through their own lessons and their own experiences, quite possibly we might begin to, have a conversation.
And this one I really like. This made me think of you also. Happiness is a choice. We are all in this together, but you can't allow others to drag you into their muck. What did it say? Not my circus, not my monkey.
That's right. But there's a couple of points that I have that I want to say. And number one, integrity with family is where it's at. I agree with that. Blue Bloods is a show that I watch. I think is fabulous because no matter how much business, and they call policing business, they have that Sunday dinner, and you got to be there. And if they wait for you until you get there. They have waited hours for people who are on cases. And you got to wait. That's integrity. The world we live in, sometimes, not all the time, lies are a way of business. And it reminded me of Jimmy Carter. My father loved Jimmy Carter because he thought that Jimmy Carter was a man of integrity. And he used that word. Because Jimmy came with his boots that were full of mud and he put it on the White House desk and he says, "I'm going to be your honest president." Problem is that the world doesn't function that way. It doesn't allow you. Now, there's a difference between lying and integrity. Just like Blue Bloods, they go home and integrity's there. But he's got to lie. He's got to tell people the city of New York is safe, even though there's a terrorist that they're looking for is going to blow us up and kill us all. Dirty bomb. But he's got to tell everybody because you got to keep everybody calm. We all good. Just like you in the elevator says, I'm divine, I'm feeling fine.
But why the book? And why the Palm Beach Writing Contest?
As I said earlier, I thought that it was necessary, or a vehicle by which we can get people to begin focusing upon the truth and the benefit of truth. So we have contacted every public and private school in Palm Beach County and let them know about this. The contest is open from people from age 5 to age 100. We have categories from 5 to 12 years old. There are young people who have skills to write and have lessons to tell us. Everyone is eligible to enroll in this, and if we can, it would be my fondest aspiration to publish the top 10 stories and distribute them throughout the schools in Palm Beach County.
But is it about truth and integrity, or is it about what
Is there a topic, or they can write anything?
What are they write about?
Integrity, as I've often said, people, it can be defined in different ways. Some people talk about sincerity, honesty, truth, so on and so forth. But everybody knows it when they see it.
True.
So your lesson could come from a sporting activity. It could come from an academic achievement, or almost all integrity has at its roots some sort of conflict that we've had to overcome. In fact, these are stories, and all stories that are of interest to us, whether they're stories that are told in print or by film, they have conflict at the root of them, and someone is overcoming that conflict and comes through as a hero in their own life.
Ash, let me ask you, if you could write a letter to your baby,
I've written 10 already.
well, would you ever think
What
of
was the
submitting
first
one?
one?
What was the first one? Oh, I did it when I first found out I was pregnant, I think. I can't remember exactly what I said because I've written a lot since then, and now I'm
Emotional
6
stuff?
months. I just told her, like, I love her and that I'm talking to her and what I was doing for her and how we're planning and all the people that love her and what life's going to be like and how I'm going to try to be the best mom, but I'll probably make mistakes, and how I want to lead her and not, not have her have my thoughts, and but just guide her to be the person she's came to this earth to be.
If any of you guys, right, it's open to all ages. If any of you could write a story for this Palm Beach County writing contest,
And it's only 3 to 5 pages. 500 to 1,000 word is 3 to 5 pages.
what would you write?
Not very long.
What would you write?
would you write?
I think we should have them all do this as like an assignment. Then they can learn to write an article.
You see, but they're millennials.
Well, but why not? They're all millennials.
Well, you know, I'm going to
But
say
what'd you write, Annie? What would you write about?
The train that never came. That would be my title.
the
the
train
train?
that never came. That's
I like
that's
that.
the 4 from Woodlawn.
Well, that's a great.
That's the 4 from Woodlawn that never
All right,
came.
you need a mic. The train that never came would be about what?
What would the train be about? What is the train?
The train signifies a new chapter, going somewhere new, somewhere adventurous, letting your life be completely controlled by just God in one way, and in another way by you feeling like, basically the train that never came is a bit of a testimonial of my life, what I went through, how I overcame depression, how I overcame just sadness, and how I was able to just be alive and enjoy the goodness and the beauty and share that with everybody. Share happiness,
Now,
share
can
joy.
Can you write that?
I've dreamt about it for many years. I've thought about
so
it.
now
I
you
have
can
a
write
cover
it.
for it.
3 to
don't
5
know.
pages.
Let me ask you a question. Was there a catalyst in this story?
It's the point where I realized that I needed to change something in my mind. And when I realized that I needed to confess truth and reality, and when I decided to make the switch from darkness to light, and it's that moment that I realized I'm young, I have a future, there's so much stuff I have capable of.
There's usually an individual or an event
Absolutely, there was.
that becomes the
There was.
catalyst in each of our stories that allows us to become the hero.
That train.
But don't tell him because
can't tell
don't
have to
tell
write
him
it.
because you're gonna write it
But,
and
uh,
read it to find out.
but
Jacob,
yes,
how about
there's-
you? No story?
Any story?
I'm not a good writer.
No one says you have to be
What
a
about
good
the
writer.
story?
Do you have the story idea in your head?
Story. I don't.
Okay, he's not
Well,
ready yet.
let me suggest something. Because if you ask people, what's the greatest fear in the world? Public speaking, they say, right? So
I wouldn't say.
and
I wouldn't
most
say
people-
public speaking is my worst fear.
It's
I,
really
I would
It's
much
really
rather.
weird.
I would much rather give a presentation on something rather than write a paper.
Then
about
try
it.
to write it.
Same.
That's how Freddie and I run a business.
But it's really weird because I have a lot of
So
of
you need to-
anxiety up until I get in front of the class, and it's like, okay, I got this.
Do you have a story in your head that you would write?
Yeah,
She has many.
many. I just don't know which one to pick from right now.
Now I'm
I
gonna
have to
tell you.
look at it.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna set Dawn up because I wanted to write a book of complete honesty.
Do it.
Complete.
Okay.
But my book was right.
101 Ways to be depressed.
101 Ways to be depressed.
Wow.
Now my book is truth.
Look, he laughs and she says, wow.
But he gets it. But I'm
I
not
get it.
lying. I'm telling the. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. I got a bone to pick with you. I got a real big bone because my book was exactly what he's talking
You
about.
should do it then.
No, I don't want to do it.
You just
Now
write,
they're lying.
just
I don't
write
want
3
that.
to 5 pages into the Palm
I
Beach
did
County writing
seven
contest.
pages. I still have them.
Oh, good.
The reason I asked you that question and mentioned the catalyst is because there's a procedure. And one of the things that gets in the way of public speaking is fear that you're going to make a mistake or look bad or you got a zit that's showing or something. And writing is just because people don't feel comfortable, confident or something. So I put on my website, it's booksbyspencer.com, a guide to write your own story, to make it simple for people. So if
Come on in.
you have a story that led to some lesson you've learned and you're not sure how to present it, go to the website, look at the format, It'll help you put the words down.
What
on
is the
paper.
website?
www.booksbyspencer.com.
And that's where everyone enters the Palm Beach County Writing Contest?
You can get an enrollment form there as well.
You know, a lot of millennials.
Oh, wait,
because
crap.
We talked about.
I forgot to get the website.
We'll get it for you. don't worry about it.
Booksbyspencer.com.
Oh, okay.
A lot of millennials, it isn't about the story, but sometimes they don't like being judged. That's one thing I found out. And millennials right now, they don't want you to say, well, the way you think is the only way. Like, everybody accuses me that I have a preset way of thinking. So I can understand and relate to what he's saying, because he doesn't care about public speaking. He just doesn't like being judged, because I'm pretty sure you guys, nobody here likes being judged, especially among the young. Because somehow it throws the train off the tracks when you put them in a box and say, well, you know, politically you're not understanding what's going on, or you don't understand that this goes on, or your words, and they don't want something written where all of a sudden you're going to judge him. I think that sort of summarizes New Guy, because New Guy, he's a very deep and emotional person, this kid. He really is. If you get to know him and you watch, there's a lot going on over there. A lot.
It's true in almost everyone.
Right, but it's true. But for him, he'll never put it on paper. But after I heard your beat today, if you listen to what you put together, you can learn a lot from this guy. Just
One of
gotta
the
listen.
things that I write about in my book to my grandson is that life is a combat sport. It's a contact sport. No one gets out unscathed.
No one
Very
gets out
true.
alive.
Unscathed is true. And you're going to take your lumps.
And those challenges and how we overcome them are what creates our character. And it's what people admire about anyone who is successful in any aspect of life. Whether it's overcoming cancer, or losing weight,
Or just overcoming
becoming
fear.
the quarterback on the football team.
Well, look, one of our favorite people we haven't seen in a long time is here, Deb Barcelone.
I heard you got remarried and everything else.
Yeah, I just got back from Vegas
What
a
goes
couple
in
weeks
Vegas?
ago.
You can tell us what happened in
What
Vegas?
I can't. It's sworn
What happens in
secrecy.
Vegas stays in Vegas. But Deb is always on the pursuit of better health. Have you
Yes.
ever heard of thermography? You know anyone that's done thermography?
No.
Do you know what it does?
No.
Oh man, we gotta talk to you about it, because she knows everybody. And this thing, I want this thing done to every 18-year-old male and female.
Melissa will love this. Everyone will love this. Tell her what it does.
Yeah, tell me. I want to hear this. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
This is the machine. It's normally bigger, but it's a camera. So this camera detects abnormal heat patterns in the body.
Oh, wow.
It's non-invasive and safe, and
Jake,
it
can
can
you put the
detect
picture?
precancer cells, so it can see where the risks are in your body, especially the breasts. That's what we're focusing on this month, way before it would show up on a mammogram. So
See this,
it's just
Deb?
it's an alternative.
What's it called?
Screening. Thermography.
Thermography. Okay, I think
Yes.
I have heard of that.
And so many people Deb works with are in this pursuit
Yeah.
of health
Absolutely.
and wellness. Melissa,
Very
you know, everything that Melissa does, the doTERRA, the frankincense oil we
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about.
Oh,
About
yeah.
frankincense.
Yeah, I've been using that. My mom just had knee replacement surgery, and we were using frankincense on her scar.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Deb's also a grandma. So then we talk
Yeah.
about a letter to my grandson, just like you could write a letter to Jaden.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. I know I was listening to what he was saying. Very interesting. Very true, too.
Palm Beach County Writing Contest is this month.
It's this month. The sponsor is the bookseller in Lake Worth. You can pick up an enrollment form on the internet at booksbyspencer.com or booksellerlw.com, or go directly to the store and enroll. The manuscript must be entered by November 30th, but enrollment ends the end of October.
And when is the judging?
It will be during the month of December. We have some really
Get a chair.
astute judges, one of which is Winston Ahrams, a well-known writer and instructor in the area, as well as a phenomenal artist, and Frank Sarabino, the Palm Beach Post writer, who's always comes to us with humor and insight. Stacy, Ramey, Molly, Salman, and is one other person whose name I.
And you can find it at booksbyspencer.com, right? The enrollment form.
Yes.
I think we have Palm Beach County, right? Who do we have coming on, Chef, on Friday? A blogger from Palm Beach.
Yes, his name is Adam Sinclair. He's from Palm Beach Magazine.
Palm Beach Magazine. So we have a blogger coming on. A lot of writing going on.
Well, you know, it's really funny that you're on today because
Do you know Ashley?
Yeah, she's got a thermography.
You've had thermography?
Yes,
Tell us about your experience. See, who knows how things come together in this place?
That's it.
Yeah. It's actually very good. It's I would do it again. I actually missed a couple of appointments with her, but I think for females, I think that's the best way to do it. Go check for mammogram.
Do you
It's
go
more-
for mammograms also?
It's I haven't done mammogram for a long time. No, because I'm 45, but I do go to her. It's because it's much healthier and less
Safe.
radiation in your
What
body.
age were you when you started?
I think I went like a couple years
years
ago.
ago, right?
Yes, a couple years ago.
now everybody knows the story about Chef's husband, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
And he
that's how I met
survived it. Okay. Now he as a male going through what he went through, wouldn't this be a vital tool also for him
Yeah, of course.
because of the inflammation and the whole treatment and everything else? Again, very important. I mean, I think it should be part of everybody growing up to have this thing done, not voluntarily, but you should have it done because it gives you an inside track as to
And
what's going on.
inflammation.
What's going on in your
Absolutely.
body?
Now, the other thing I wanted to point out is that, see, I had a thing I was going to talk about. Oh, because we talk about fear, and writing about fear and living fear are two different things. It seems that the more you talk about fear, the bigger it grows. That's the essence of how the country is controlled by the press. But things have changed over the long haul. But before, it used to be all about if you read it, it must have been true. And I announced on Wednesday that I'm doing a Christmas party, part 2. I have a Christmas party in October,
On Wednesday.
on Wednesday. And the funny thing is that the reaction, people think I'm nuts. I got into a conversation with somebody last night and they said, you know, you can only do Christmas in July. I didn't even know that was a thing. But think about it. During Christmas, during that holiday season, don't you change your spirit a little bit? Don't you feel a little bit more
Yeah,
happy?
yeah.
Drink a little eggnog and give a
Yeah.
little gift and yada yada yada. And do parrandas, which is Spanish.
Absolutely.
Right? So why can't we do that?
I
in
think we
October?
can. I think we should.
In
actually.
November. Why can't
I
we
agree.
do it in August? Why can't we be that way? Is my question.
Well,
We're
let's
gonna be
face it.
that way.
They have Christmas stuff out already, anyways.
I got my Christmas stuff in the
Everything's out.
car. I'm gonna be Santa
Yeah.
Claus on Wednesday.
But I
Why
mean, they
not?
already have. They've had it out for a month now.
But I think that that's a good change, and I think that the writing skills that you put together with this book, it analyzes integrity. It analyzes I mean, I have my first grandson. I got to hold him yesterday. He
Oh,
sort of threw
he's
up on me.
adorable.
And he wasn't.
How
Now
cute
when he
is
goes
that
up
baby?
on me,
Adorable. Oh my God.
he has a cold. But the funny thing is that your perspective of life changes.
Yes, it does.
When you have a grandchild, when you have a kid. You guys, I laugh now. Wait till you have your first kid.
Yeah.
Your life is going to be different. All the things you think about today ain't going to be the same.
No.
All right, you can get the enrollment form on booksbyspencer.com. And Ashley, how can people find you for thermography? So important. You'll have to come back again this month. We can talk about it some more.
Sure. My phone number is 561-703-2022, and the website is www.yourlimitlesshealth.com.
Yourlimitlesshealth.com. So important. You know, we can do it on your feet. We can look at breasts. You can look at the whole body and
Whole
inflammation.
body. It's the
Imagine
whole
what it
body.
would. I think it would be so cool to look at. You have diabetic neuropathy. We talk about all the
You
time.
want to look at my feet?
What does it look like?
Oh yeah, I've seen that before.
You see it?
Yeah.
Listen, I think
You know
I
what
wish-
it feels like. Imagine being able to feel it and see it in the different
Do
heat
I
patterns.
know it already. I
Well,
know.
you do, but
But I like to see how it will work. You
That's
know,
what I'm
we should
saying.
have a campaign that says, "Have you got it done?
I think we
Have
should.
you got it done?" And you should get
pretty
it
much.
done.
I think we need to put something together and keep pushing it out this
I
month
agree.
and every month.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right,
Everyone.
stay tuned for our next hour. We're moving into Blue Green Essentials, the algae of Blue Green Essentials, and of course Chef Z promotes that also. So we had to bring her on to sit with you, Deb, and Barbara's going to be joining us from Oregon. Stay tuned.
4 minutes,
888-565-1470. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
which is 4.
See you in a few. Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium ancient superfood algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com. Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw.
You need a guy? I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. VCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. VCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Haven't done well. Hop in the car and get to Online Trading Academy. Online Trading Academy's pro investors show you how they find the right investments. Learn.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you.
They show you how they invest every day. Call now for a pair of tickets to a free half-day class at Online Trading Academy. Classes are all over Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Jupiter, and Port St. Lucie. Call Online Trading Academy now. Call 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510. 954-668-2510.
Hello, this is Secretary of State Ken Detzner. As the state's chief elections officer, I encourage all Florida voters to be election ready. Remember to check your voter registration status, make sure your signature is up to date, and review your sample ballot. And also, make sure you know your election dates and voting options. Let your voice be heard. Get ready, get set, vote. Visit yourvoteflorida.com for more information.
This message is sponsored by the Florida Department of State, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Talk here, talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM, the Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
The following message is brought to you by the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
There are over 11,000 licensed bars.
65-1470.
Over 105,000 licensed cosmetologists.
Being licensed means we've been trained, tested, and certified by the state to ensure your safety.
Verify the licenses of the barbers and cosmetologists you use at the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulations website at myfloridalicense.com.
Welcome to the Probiotic Protection Zone. The Airbiotic system distributes millions of safe and all-natural environmental probiotics into the air and on surfaces using the latest ultrasonic and nanotechnology. Airbiotics is a movement to save us and the future generations from antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Reduce your risk of allergies, skin infection, colds, and flu. Get rid of deep-seated odors and enter into a protective shield of Airbiotics. Order your Airbiotics personal or environmental system today at airbioticszone.com. AIRBIOTIXZONE.com. Good for use in nursing homes, schools, travel, or daily use. Order yours today. airbioticszone.com.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Tell you something I think you'll understand when I say that something.
And welcome to part 2 of the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Monday morning.
I am all over the place. New open, new video.
First
new
of all,
spots.
Duff, if you can hear me, Dawn is saying that the open is fast.
Barbara on the line whenever.
All right, thank you.
The open is not fast. It is what it is.
Okay.
Do you want to slow it down?
Can we slow it down?
I gotta ask Duff. I gotta ask the magician.
We're gonna ask the magician if we can slow it down. But yes, that was the intro with Steve-O.
Steve-O. He said lots of stuff. You know, it's funny because we have all sorts of new stuff going on, which we're kicking off this week. The remote is ready to go. The phones are working. Everything's been, because my son Gio is in town for a conference. He won't be making it here, unfortunately.
Too bad.
But he is at a conference and he came in on Saturday. He sort of cleaned up the deck a little bit for us. And
You know, they
everything
can't
else.
find anything.
I know. He cleaned it so well they can't find them. But you know, we also have. Did you see it?
We need to record those.
These
Yes.
are bits that they want us to do as a rejoiner bit.
We're gonna work on those.
We're
T-Man
gonna
wrote
work on
those up for us.
Yeah, T-Man, the crazy guy.
Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe TV. And now you can find us on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. And the number for our 1 o'clock hour is 888-565-1470. You can find us all over social media at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Steve-O, thank you very much for doing those new elements. Maybe, Duff, we can slow them down a little bit so we can enjoy Steve-O's introduction to the Brooklyn Cafe with your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
You just like your name being said all over.
No, actually, I like the way Steve-O says it. Yes.
Hey, Giovanni, you have your computer. Do you want to do me a solid? Maybe you can put some podcast shows in there. Now, one of the things about podcasts is that Gio sits with me and he does them, and he puts them in. And if you, on your phone, or if you have a Siri, and you ask Siri to play the Brooklyn Cafe TV show, it automatically pops up and you can listen to us if you can't see us.
And if you were here for our first hour, if you were not watching, hashtag replay and hit rewind. We talked about the Palm Beach County Writing Contest, which is open to all ages from 3 to 100. They've opened it up to all of the public schools, private schools, and anyone who lives in Palm Beach County just to write. It started by Spencer Myers. He wrote a letter to his grandson as a memoir, which has turned into a book. A lot about integrity and happiness and all of the values that we hold true to our hearts. And all of the chapters are just so grabbing with what he starts, and then he goes into his life, and started as a letter to his grandson.
How many pages is that?
And now the Palm Beach, you want to take it home?
No, how many pages?
And now the Palm Beach County Writing Contest, and applications are on booksbyspencer.com. Write Your Own Story goes to 153 pages.
That's some letter.
It's a long letter.
Right?
Long letter.
150 pages of a letter is like encyclopedia.
And there are prizes. I think actually some of our interns might actually be entering. I'm not sure, but maybe we'll get one out of Annie.
Anyone.
We also talked about the benefits of thermography, and we're going to bring Ashley, I still call her Agaloff, even though she's due in about 2 months with a new married name, about the benefits of thermography. And not in lieu of a mammogram, but some people use it instead of a mammogram. It looks at the different heat sensitivities in your body, and a lot of times I don't know if they're diagnosing breast cancer, but they're looking at hot spots. Correct, Chef?
Right.
And Chef Z, we never know how she fits in, but she walks in, she waves to Ashley, and she's done thermography.
She had it done.
And it's a really great segment, and we're going to bring Ashley back because a lot of people who are even in the health field don't realize what thermography is. It's non-invasive. It's just done simply with a camera. There is a doctor of thermography that reads it, and they look at the different temperatures, and it's all done by, there's a color, and then there's the grayscale. It's a little scary to look at, right?
And I asked her if she wanted to come in and people sign up, could she do it here? She says, well, there's a whole thing that has to be done in order to do it. So I said, okay, I'll put up a curtain.
I think, no, and I think it has to be done in a controlled temperature room, right? You have to
Right.
get your temperature down, and this would not be the place to get your temperature down. I've got a fan behind me. So we would have to go to another part of the gallery where it's cool and everyone, because when you come in off the street and you're hot and you're kind of heat sensitive, you don't want to be doing it
So you
then.
gotta put them like in a cryo lab or something?
Here you go in the cryo lab.
Freeze them up.
But it's such a great, you can find more information from Ashley on Your Limitless Health on Facebook, and we can always get you her number. But give us a call. We're going to join our conversation with one of our all-time favorite guests, Deb Barcelone. It's been a
Thank
long
you.
time.
It has. It's been 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, I was busy in August, and then September, of course, was a whirlwind. So I'm so glad to be back.
I'm glad what happened to Vegas stayed and you left and came back to
It did. But I was, my husband surprised me, and we had front row seats to see J-Lo
Nice.
for our 40-year
How's she
anniversary. Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I
Did
was
you get
crying
sweat?
all the way. As close as we got to the stage, I just started crying. I'm like, what?
I
Did
love
you get her
J-Lo.
sweat on you?
No, I didn't get sweat on me. I don't think she sweats.
She glitters.
She glittered.
She
Did
glitters.
you see I posted J-Lo this weekend on our page?
I was gonna ask you why you did that.
First of all, J-Lo is truly my girl crush. But secondly,
I
everything
can-
she
I
says
can
about,
relate.
about finding your voice and sticking to it, and it's not always easy, but you just got to keep pushing. All those segments they put together, I thought was just everything that we talk about. Finding your voice and pushing it forward.
Is that why you did it? You're finding your voice and pushing forward.
You know, fortunately, we have this platform that I am able to express what I have to say, but there are a lot of people who don't get that opportunity. And
Well, we're talking to somebody to see if we can get J-Lo here. I want her to do that. You would like freak out if she did.
So would I.
You have to contact people in Miami.
Well, we
You gonna call her?
we actually have somebody who knows some somebodies, and tonight at 6:30 at the WNN studio, she's going to be doing Tells Your Biz, and she knows Mark Cuban, she knows Icky Woods, she knows a few people, and I'm sure that Mark knows J-Lo, and if for a good cause, I mean they're not going to do it to come for us, but for a good cause, they may show up for 10 minutes.
That'd be very nice.
Let's see
Very
what
cool.
Well, I want to know.
Me too.
Everyone's going to want to know. And speaking of wanting to know, October 30th, we are live on location at the Foxworth Fountain at Delray Shores Pharmacy, just north of Atlantic on 5th. So check it out. We're going to be there live. The theme is...
You know, I'm not going to get into the theme, because you guys have me dressed up as everything under
No,
the
we're
sun.
going to go with your theme.
What's my theme?
You want to go as Ricky Ricardo. So,
No, I'm not doing that either.
because you want to do
I
Ricky,
wanna
Ricky
do
Ricardo, yes.
I love
Because
Lucy.
I had to
I
speak,
love Lucy.
I had
And
to
you're gonna be
speak
Lucy?
Spanish.
You don't have to speak Spanish or Spanglish.
You're gonna wear a red
Yes.
wig?
So because that's who you wanted to be at the Halloween Bash at Foxworth, I have now done the entire theme. Everyone's coming 40s, 50s style to go with the soda fountain idea, to go with Ricky Ricardo and I Love Lucy, and that is the Halloween theme. So come October 30th, 12 to 2, dressed in your most favorite 40s, 50s outfit. Come on down, get an egg cream, join our fun, and watch Freddie play the bombaloo. Babalu. He's gonna play on his bongos.
Somebody's bringing me bongos, I heard.
You're gonna get bongos. You can do your Babalu. Maybe Steve will come play some bongos with you, and you can be Ricky.
Me and Steve.
And you know what? None of our
He'll be
interns
Eddie
even know
Merce.
who it is. Someone said, "What's a Ricky Ricardo?"
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
You remember? You guys don't know Ricky, right? You don't know Eddie Merce? Eddie Murphy. The Merces.
The Merces. Ethel and what's his name? Joe. Fred.
Fred Merce.
Yeah.
He was their landlord in the building that they don't live in.
It's a good show.
There you have it. And you're too young to even know that show.
I love that show.
Oh, I
I love Lucy. What
I
show
love
is that
Lucy.
called? How old are we? So
Have you guys Googled it? Have you watched it?
That is the theme of Foxworth Fountain. It's going to be 40s, 50s at the soda fountain with Lucy and Ricky.
And if you come down, we'll put you on the set. We're working
How do you
on
like
camera
that?
angles.
You're so agreeable.
I don't want. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not happy.
He wasn't happy when we played Heads Up the other day either, but you know what? It was kind of fun to do.
I'm not happy about a lot of things.
So join our fun. Save the date October 30th at the Foxworth Fountain. Once you go, you will always be back there. It is a regular working pharmacy and an ice cream soda fountain. It's a lot of fun to be there.
People are texting me when I'm on the air.
Well, don't answer them. Do you know what it's like on the weekends when I make a post to try and find a picture of you without you texting on the phone? Forget a smile. You don't do that either. You're always texting.
First of all, don't say that because I've been accused of that all the time.
That's true, though. Just saying. So in this hour, we're going to talk about blue-green algae and wild essentials. And Chef Z is always so nice. She fits in with all of her segments we do, Freddie. And she's a big proponent of blue-green algae. Tom, her husband, he's a big proponent of it through Hippocrates, the Hippocrates Institute. So we thought, bring her on. We've got Deb with us, and we've got Barbara, I think, on the phone and on VMix, Jaja.
And Barbara knows Z, by the way. Chef Z, by the
Does
way.
she?
They know each other. I just sent her a picture.
You know her.
I know her very well.
And Barbara
yes.
said, hi, Z. She just texted me back.
Joe, is Barbara there?
Yes.
Hey, Barbara, how you doing?
Let's take a look.
Hi,
There
Barbara.
she is.
Hey, Barbara.
I'm looking a little rough, but I'm doing very well.
You're looking a little rough. Why? You're not feeling well?
Looking a little rough. I built a fire pit yesterday all by myself, so I'm a little rough this morning.
She put the what?
A fire
What'd you
pit.
build, a fire pit?
I built a fire pit yesterday, yeah.
Is that what she said, fire pit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it cold?
Not yet. That's why I wasn't outside building it.
I heard that it snowed in Denver. A foot of snow.
Wow.
It's going to get cold and fast.
Well, Jeff, how do you know Barbara?
I'm Barbara. A long time ago, we go way back. I used to be part of the company in which they changed the name. It used to be Simplicity, and they changed the name. So I was one of the what do you call it? What do you call
Associates?
it? Associates.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So I went to Clement Falls in where
met
Barbara
Barbara?
is, and yes, and it was amazing. So we know her many years ago.
Isn't that
Yeah.
amazing, Barbara?
Yeah.
You think it goes all the way back and Chef Z knows you then? You just never know, Freddie.
Hey, Barbara,
No.
I got a question for you. There's a rumor that the lake where the algae grows may have been hit by lightning. Is that true?
I haven't heard that. It's certainly possible. It's a very high lake. It's a natural lake. It's completely surrounded by mountains, 3/4 of it. So it's very possible lightning could hit it.
Well, you have to understand the context of it. Freddie didn't give you the whole story.
Because I knew you would.
The story was we were talking about the magic of the quality of the water in the lake because of the quality of the blue-green algae. And we had a guest on talking about when things get hit by lightning, often it changes the energy and the molecular structure of the water. Right? We weren't talking about that, Chef Z?
Right,
With-
yeah.
And it was with Dr. Lynette and the water molecules. And when the water molecules are struck by lightning or the energy changes, it's more absorbable. So my theory, which has absolutely no relevance to truth, was that perhaps that is why this lake is so magic, and that's why the quality of the blue-green essentials is because maybe it was struck by lightning. So Freddie took my hypothesis and made it as fact.
Hypothesis?
Which clearly
You were screaming at me. I found the reason why the algae works.
So he's going to quote my hypotheses. Don't quote my hypotheses, but this blue-green algae, it works. I'm telling, whatever it is, it just is an amazing concept. So let's talk more about essentials. As we're talking, everyone, Go to your computers, eatessentialsnow.com. We're going to be writing an article for our November newsletter on essentials. Jackie, I believe, is going to be working on that article. Someone's going to be working on the... Oh, no. Jaja and Shelby are working on the article because when Shelby was here the last time, remember, Barbara, you were on and Shelby was talking about her state of mind. And I think for her to learn more about essentials, I think it would be great to hear from a millennial and how it might change her state of mind to use this, Jaja. Even though she's not even an intern, she's going to be one for this. Sure. So tell us what's happening with essentials.
So essentials are just out there, all the essential micronutrients your body needs. So whether you're my age, in your 60s, or you're a millennial, this is something that human bodies need on a physical level. There's over 50 micronutrients that we need. Blue-green algae contains every single one of them. Our wild algae does. The way to look at this is our food sources have been so contaminated and so processed and so disrupted from what we physically need that somebody who's a millennial, they are getting diseases that used to be considered diseases of aging. They're getting them in their 20s. And the aging process, in part, is going to be started because the body doesn't have the raw materials to stay healthy. So when a millennial begins this kind of program at a younger age, the chances of them growing older into a healthier state of aging is far better than if they do not look for something that is going to be a source of these essential micronutrients.
Why do you think these millennials are getting diseases that we used to get later in life?
Because their bodies are aging faster. There's more stress than there used to be. It used to be, when I was 16 or 17, the amount of time somebody stayed in a job was an average of 40 years. Today, a millennial's job lasts an average of 2.5 years. So there's the stress of trying to find an income. There's the stress of trying to pay off your schooling if you got schooling. There's the stress of the environmental toxins. There is the stress of the social toxins through our social media, which are a reality. That's a really toxic area if you're not careful. All of these are stressors. Your body handles stressors via micronutrients. It's how we handle our brain function and everything else. If you don't have them, you can't stay young.
It's the brain. Are you still taking your essentials?
Yes.
How's your brain function?
Better than ever. Now, I wanted to ask, Barbara, because when you stop taking them, you get very irritable.
I've seen that in my house.
And I was wondering why. Is it because the energy has lulled out, or because it just sort of slowed? But women are not affected the same way.
Why?
Because I know people that board and take it, women, and when they have to wait for the next order and they're out, they're fine. I don't know why. I'm trying to find out.
Well, my husband, when we had to wait for the last order, not such a happy place in my house.
He gets irritable.
He gets
right?
That's
really
why
irritable.
auto ship is such a
Which
great
is why
thing.
we are now on auto ship. And
Auto
it comes,
ship
there's
is a great thing, Freddie.
There's 3 packs left, and he gets a new box because the irritability, when he wasn't on it, Barbara, I don't know why, but something in it, he makes it much more pleasant.
It's the algae. The algae and the probiotics both help brain function significantly. Probiotics actually help you form serotonin in your gut, and the majority of serotonin in your body is formed in your gut. So if you don't have the right bacteria, you don't have enough serotonin in your body plus your brain.
We talked about that the
And
other
let me
day.
tell you, women do get just as irritable. I can absolutely witness that. I think maybe we have more patience than a lot of
We just fake it better.
That's because we're always multitasking.
All right, let's go to commercial break. EatEssentialsNow.com. You definitely want to get your order in and put in BCTV fan for 10% off. I'm telling you, not only does it help with brain clarity, mood, and overall feeling of well-being. We're going to be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carbon Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarbonCareLaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With VCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. VCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. VCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. VCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. VCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Do you suffer from pain, anxiety, or inflammatory autoimmune disease? Are you ready to feel your best and take responsibility for your own health? At thewellnesslabstore.com, we offer an array of CBD cannabinoid products to help increase immunity, reduce pain, regulate your moods, and improve sleep. CBD works by interacting with a person's endocannabinoid system to keep your body in balance. Visit thewellnesslabstore.com and begin your journey to a life of better health. Safe for all ages and your pets with no psychotropic effects. Contact us today, thewellnesslabstore.com.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
And there you have it.
It's a lot of changes on Mondays.
We have to tell Joe and them we're going to remove the thank you.
Thank you.
Because we got some stuff. We didn't get to do this, that's why.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Give us a call, 888-565-1470. We've got Barbara on the line. You were asking about essentials?
What?
You remember what you were asking?
I don't know. You don't let me ask questions before we have commercials. I don't remember them now.
I know. Chef Z, you work a lot with the blue-green algae. Or you take it.
I do. I take yes. It's actually very good. I like to take the powder because I can just mix it in water or coconut water and then just drink it. And sometimes I use the powder to make desserts too. It's amazing.
Really?
The chlorophyll is amazing what it does for your body.
You know that green stuff you made? What's it called?
Good question.
The bubalaba.
The baba ganoush?
The baba ganoush?
Yes.
Took it home. People loved it.
Oh no, that was the tahini. That was no. I'm sorry.
Stop changing names on me.
That was the.
I mean, I don't know.
That was
green
the.
stuff.
It was the salad you
The
made.
salad you made.
Oh, the green salads that I put together.
No, the other one.
The one that we
The
had.
Oh, the
Mediterranean-
tabbouleh.
The tabbouleh.
Tabbouleh, yeah.
Tabbouleh.
What did you call it? Baba
I love
ganoush?
tabbouleh.
That
Well,
was
it's kinda like
that
that.
was she made baba ganoush the week before, and then
What
the
did I take
tahini.
home, Dawn?
You took home the tabbouleh.
Thank you. That's what they love.
She's
Barbara,
very
when you
good
come
at
down
feeding
here, we're
us.
gonna have Baba Ganoush with Baba Louie and Tobini and the whole nine.
Chef is very good at feeding us. You use the chlorophyll to make dessert.
Right. You can use, I mean, the blue-green algae, the powder, you can actually put it in desserts. It's amazing. It's good for you.
I heard you were going to do something with CBD, or you do something.
Well, I do take the CBD once in a while. I take it just before I go to bed, like a couple drops under my tongue. It kind of helps me relax.
But do you
and
do
go to
like
sleep.
desserts? Like
You can, yes, dessert. You can put it in dessert too. Mix it in your water and drink it up. Even on your face. I have it on last night, and I went to bed. My face. This is.
Really, you
I
put
woke
all
up
that?
like this.
She
Under
wakes
your
up smiling.
eyes.
You're always happy.
Mhm.
And I know Tom works a lot with the blue-green algae also, he was saying, they at Hippocrates.
Hippocrates, they have their own blue-green algae there, and they sell the CBD oils there too.
Holy
The
smokes!
picture that I
Everybody's
sent
using
you.
this stuff.
The benefits of the blue-green algae, the essentials and the wild essentials. Barbara, I'm telling you, people want to know how to find it. It's eatessentialsnow.com, BCTV fan for a 10% discount.
You gotta say that discount slowly because when you said it to me, I didn't get all of it.
BCTV fan.
See, you
BCTV
FAN fan.
Fan. FAN.
Yeah, because you sound like you're saying something else.
BCTV fan. Eatessentialsnow.com. And yes, we now have this shipped to my house every month to avoid the crankies. And if he's listening, sorry, it's a true story.
And
But
it's good
you-
for pets too.
For pets?
Yes. Use
Barbara,
it on
for
your
pets?
dog or your cat.
How do I
Because
get the
it's-
pill in them?
Yeah,
She
she
says,
said,
"Oh yeah."
yeah.
How does Freddie give it to Casper?
I know, because he has fangs.
Chop it up in his food and then mix it into the food.
What does it do for pets? Barbara?
A lot.
A lot.
Animals need these nutrients as well, and the pet food industry is horrific. I mean, there are now you can get some pretty decent brands, and you can get some of the fresh frozen raw foods that most pets really should have. But you know, in general, I'm not going to give any names, but most pet foods they buy roadkill. They get the roadkill. They get all of the leftover dead animals from certain vets, depending on the vet. They can get, if it's a cancerous cow, they can cut the cancer out and use the rest of the animal. I mean, it's horrific what goes into your pet food.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
horrible.
I've heard that too.
Around it.
You know, there's certain foods. Casper cannot eat certain foods because whoever was feeding him before gave him this food and he started bleeding all over the house.
Oh my God.
And I thought
Wow.
the animal was dying. I rushed him to the hospital and they said it's the food. And he gets infections. So we have to be very careful with what we feed him. Now, if I give Casper essentials, now to me, this thing lights me up. I get like energy like Goliath and I want to go climb a mountain. This cat doesn't need any more of that. So is it going to make him a little bit like, woo-woo?
You know, most cats, I've always given algae to my cats, and I actually, you can buy a powder. It's called Essentials Blend Plus, and it's got glucosamine, which is also good for cats and dogs. And it's a vegetarian glucosamine that's got organic wheat sprouts. I put it in the dry food. I shake the whole bag, and it just coats the dry food, and it has enzymes and everything. My cat will not eat dry food if it doesn't have the blend on it.
Really? My cat will eat your cat, the dry food, the bag, and everybody else is standing around.
But you know what I really love about Barbara's story is that your son takes it and truly you say it has saved his life. For him, as I guess he's a grown man now, he's not even a young man, right? With autism, that it has diminished his suicidal tendencies. So everyone wants to feel better and healthy, but truly for your son, this has been life-changing for him. Mood altering.
Yes, and my daughter too. I adopted my youngest daughter. She's fetal alcohol syndrome child, which genetically she's totally screwed up from pre-birth, and it saved her life. At one point, she ran out of the mind, which is the part of the algae that really affects the nervous system. And she actually, this is when she was like 25 or 26, and she called me crying and begged me to buy her some more because she felt like she was going to go use drugs if I didn't help her.
Wow.
Now, Barbara, I wanted to share something with you because I haven't spoken to you since last month. But, and again, and Joe, you can hit the dump button if you want. But I'm not saying that this will cure diabetes. I'm not saying, let me get that box, that this will do anything but the sort. But I took Essentials about starting 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Longer than that, probably about 6 months.
6 months. And it's become part of what I take. And my A1C came back, Barbara. It came back 6.1. So, yep, 6.1. So I am technically no longer a diabetic.
Wow.
Technically, 6.1. Oh, I didn't get to tell you this either.
No.
I have dropped.
Amazing.
I have dropped 35, 45, 55 pounds.
Oh
I'm down
my
to 180 pounds. And I'm getting down to 173. Now, the reason that I even bring this up, not to say that Essentials is going to do that for you, but it gives you energy. It changes your perspective on what you can do. If I had to paint the house the other 2 weeks ago, right? I took these and I told them to stand back. Superman's in the house. It is an amazing thing that it does to my body. My body. Everybody here is different. You out there will be different. But when I take this, it gives me energy like I don't know what the hell's going on.
You know, it's like hope in a box. It's really what it seems to me. And I don't take it because of other reasons. Barbara doesn't have me on it, but she has me on the enzymes. It's different than the blue-green algae, but everyone, I mean, we trust Chef on everything, right? She has not steered you wrong on food,
Not
on
at all.
anything. It's delicious that she's using it. Tom's using it, right? And your husband is cancer-free now 18 years. Not because of the blue-green algae, but it is part of his regimen now. Deb, your mom is feeling
Oh
better.
yeah, my mom just had total knee replacement surgery like 7 weeks ago, I think it's been. She was with me for 5 weeks. Of course, she couldn't take any essentials or she couldn't take any vitamins or anything before the surgery, and then about a week after. But I think it made a big difference in her recovery.
And that's all you can ask for.
And her feeling, because she's on all kinds of meds, of course, for the pain. But I think her pain management was so much better. And also, I think she just healed so much faster.
That's amazing.
And the thing I like about Essentials, now Gio's here for a conference, and this conference takes chemicals, different pills and stuff, and they look at the ingredients and then they analyze and they let you know what's in it. And some of the things that they showed me from other companies, there was Viagra in some vitamins.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
And there was lead, and there was all these things that you take thinking that it's a simple vitamin.
Right.
I'm taking a vitamin supplement. I'm sorry.
Siri's a little upset with you. How'd you let your Siri go off?
Brooklyn Cafe TV. But the funny thing is that you take these things because you trust that the FDA, and because there's no FDA restrictions on that stuff, and they were drinking down Viagra, and they showed me the report. It's all over the news. It came out for one of the reports they did. But they looked at this stuff and they said, "This is pretty remarkable." They said, "Is this real?" And I says, "Why?" He says, "Because this is so pure that how are they staying in business?" I says, "I don't know. I just take it."
The essentials and the wild essentials also. It has so many of the things we talk about with Chef on the foods, all these the organic foods and the sprouts and the spirulina and the kale and everything that's in them. That's the wild essentials. That takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, but what I like about Chef is that you make crazy bad stuff taste delicious.
Absolutely.
Like I can't eat some of the, I mean, I look at some of the things that I'm eating because you made it. I would not have eaten that 30 days ago. I just wouldn't.
There's a line out the door, Barbara, when Chef cooks in the studio. Every week she brings us food. The artists, they come running in, right? The falafel balls are flying
Oh, I love
out of here.
falafel balls.
I had to run out of here with that.
But imagine
What's
taking
that?
the blue-green algae, Barbara, and putting it in a dessert.
Yes, the powder. Yep.
A powder, putting it in a smoothie for your
Yeah,
kids.
they put
we
it in
talked about
smoothies,
that
yeah.
also.
They're in quite a, yeah.
Or even sprinkle on your salad too, give it an extra nutrients in your salad.
See, that's what I love about her. She's able to just incorporate all of this into food. So you're not even feeling like you're taking another supplement.
That pasta she made, that was like off the charts crazy. I could have eaten that all day. That was
The
fantastic.
chickpea pasta.
Yeah. And the sugar doesn't spike and everything's nice. Everything's good. And you feel
I've
confident.
been missing out.
You've
I
been
love
you missed it.
chickpeas,
You've been missing
the
out.
falafel
Oh,
balls.
this.
Oh my
I asked the
We
corner.
gotta get together.
I asked the corner porch to put it on the menu. I asked them to
Wow.
do it because it is that good. It's just ridiculous.
And Barbara, the other thing we were talking about when Freddie discussed the lightning was that when it changes the shape of the water molecules, they said it turns into like a hexagon shape. It's more absorbable. Imagine looking at what this lake where the blue-green algae is grown in Oregon. It has to be this pure lake. It has to be something that touched.
I was there.
Tell us about it.
You at the lake?
Amazing. Yes, I was there, Barbara, a long time ago. I have pictures and videos to show. It's clean. It's amazing. It's like being in Europe or somewhere, like heaven.
Is it big?
Yeah, that's
It's
what Susan
very big. It's, yes. I don't remember how wide or big.
How big is the
How,
lake,
how big
Barbara?
is it, Barbara? The lake.
35 miles long and an average of 7.5 miles wide.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the algae is picked from the lake and then it's put together. Is that what they
It's
do?
the way, yeah.
The algae grows wild in the lake. This is the only lake in the entire world right now that grows this single species, and the water's clean enough to be able to harvest it. When you talk about the water being special, Don, this actually is a slow-moving river, not really a lake. The complete body of water is completely exchanged from spring water about 4 times a year. So it's a very slow-moving river. And the springs, there's hundreds, if not thousands of them, that form 17 different small rivers. All of these rivers have their origin in the same water that Crater Lake comes from. So it's this incredibly deep, pure water that bubbles up in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of springs that turn into these phenomenally beautiful, clear rivers that turns into Klamath Lake.
Do they sell the water from the lake anywhere?
I was thinking the same thing.
Not the lake water. That would not be safe because, there's birds and ducks and all kinds of things that live in it. But the spring water, yes, you can sometimes. I know where you can go get the spring water. There's anywhere that you can put a bottling plant. It's too pure. It's all government land.
That's absolutely amazing. All right, let's go to commercial break. More with Essentials when we get back. The benefits of blue-green algae, the chlorophyll in it. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. EatEssentialsNow.com, BCTV fan, and we will be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening, to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
feel tired? Do you feel that your energy is stuck? Are you just existing on autopilot? Are you ready to rise and shine to your fullest potential? At Rise and Shine Holistic Arts, I help you awaken and activate your highest self. Contact me at 619-249-3157 or Rise and Shine Holistic Arts on Facebook. Rise and shine to your yes, your excellent self.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You did it right. Hey, we're back. Thank you, Joe. Thank you very
I went to
much.
Vegas for my 40th anniversary, and it was difficult.
Thank you. You're the man, baby. You're the man. Joe, you're not allowed ever to retire. That's all I
So
got to
I'm
say.
going to go one of these days. Susan.
So welcome back.
Hey, Deb.
Oh, sorry. Hi. We're talking about going and seeing.
You want to go to the lake?
About going, yeah. Susan wants me to go. I said, if I don't travel well, we'll see.
Barbara, if we can do a show from up there and see the lake and everything else, if you can set that all up, I would love it.
Barbara, do you live near the lake?
Uh-oh. No
We can't hear her.
It's life-changing to go up there and see this. Isn't it just beautiful?
It is. It's beautiful.
Is your backyard the lake, Barbara? Say yes.
No, I don't.
No.
Yes, say yes.
Not the lake, but I do have a fire pit now.
She has a fire pit so we can go when it's cold.
Can you pick them up on the...
We have some guests in the house. Are you really all the way from Israel?
Yes.
Did you fly in today? Let's get a mic on them. Did you fly in today?
2 days ago.
Ah, and so do you like Florida?
Very much. We used to live here for 2 years, so we like it.
How many years?
2 years, not now.
Put into the mic. 2 years?
2 years, but not now. Long time ago, 40 years ago.
It's not on still. I see. And you came. This is the first time you've been to the gallery.
The first time we went to the gallery, we like it very much.
Very impressed.
It's so funny that you're here because when Barbara was talking about the size of the lake, I was thinking about the size of the state of Israel. You're not even going to believe this.
No,
How
you're
big
kidding.
is how big is the size of the state of Israel? It's not very large.
It's not very large. No,
35 miles, 50 miles?
No, but you can cross it from north.
It's gotta be bigger than that.
From north to south in like 5 hours.
It's not very
6
large,
hours,
right? And
not
this
very
lake
large.
that Barbara's talking about, she says it's 35 miles by what, 7, Barbara?
Yes, about 35 miles by about 7.5 to 8 miles wide.
Right, and the
Wow.
state of Israel is not very large. I don't know why that came into my mind.
The
It's
state
where
of
you
Israel.
all come in
Before
from
we
Israel.
came in?
Yes, I was
I don't
thinking about
believe
it
it.
like a half hour ago when
Yeah.
she told us. And I'm thinking, that's just crazy. And here they are in from the state of Israel.
And here they sit.
Yes.
That's truly amazing.
Now the reason that's burping is because he turned it up a little bit. Just put it back down. You know, it's really funny because here you are, you come in, and now you're on national radio and television.
Yeah, right.
And tell us your names.
My name is Ilana.
And your
I'm Danny.
And your name?
Nina.
There you go.
Well, welcome.
First cousin.
We're first cousin.
Oh,
with
nice.
it.
Born in Israel. I was born when it was called Palestine, when I was born.
First cousin born in Palestine.
Wow.
First cousin, second cousin, third cousin. Is there a third cousin? Could be.
Oh, yeah, there could be
Yes,
third.
there is.
Lots of that stuff.
Is it once removed or twice removed?
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
I knew
it.
you were
Once
going
or
to say
twice.
that.
Honey,
You're
I'm-
going to confuse Freddie.
I'm so removed, it's ridiculous.
By the way, Ilana, when we were in Florida 40 years ago, she learned art in what's the name of the university?
Yeah, FIU, Florida International University.
FIU, you're an artist.
Yeah, I studied art.
Well,
Yes.
you're still an artist. You don't stop.
I paint.
In her soul.
Do you sell your work?
No, I'm an amateur.
She's an amateur. No, honey, I'm an amateur. I can't even rub 2 sticks together.
Right.
Well, listen, welcome. And if you
Welcome,
want coffee,
enjoy
I have
our
coffee.
show.
Thank you
Welcome
very
to
much.
Brooklyn
We are
Cafe.
enjoying
Thank
it.
you.
It's a great experience.
There's
Thank
always
you.
coffee. And Barbara, on our set behind camera too, we have our new flowers from Blossom Moments Flower. And if you notice, another coincidence in our world. They happen to be green, Freddie. We've got green roses and
Flowers
lilies.
are not a coincidence that they're green.
Look,
Dawn.
why we've got essentials. We're talking about
Oh, that's the coincidence?
blue-green algae. We've got green roses, which is your mother's favorite color, from what you tell me, and the lilies, her favorite flower.
Oh, I love lilies.
Well, listen,
That's
all
why
I can,
it smells so good in here, right?
all I can tell you is that between the laser that I take, essentials that I take, and some of the other things like CBD that I take, and I'm working on neuropathy, I'm working on fixing that, my diabetes was improved. I'm not saying this is the reason why. I'm just saying that if I didn't have it like I had before, it wasn't getting better. I shedded a lot of weight. Thank you to my WW friends as well. So there's a lot of combinations here that you can actually do to make you better.
You know, it'd be really, Barbara, have you ever heard of thermography?
Yes, I have.
We had Ashley on the first hour. We were talking about thermography and being used for breast cancer awareness and the heat sensitivities on your breast tissue. Imagine, Freddie, and we talked about it. We should have done it months ago before you started the essentials, but I would love to see how the inflammation goes down by using the essentials, kind of doing like a before and after, and you see it change. We've done that with an app for something else. But it would be fascinating to see the heat and the inflammation prior to and then after the essentials.
Well, you know, the bottom line here is if you take essentials and it helps you do whatever it does, like to me, it gives me energy. I think it's going to make it higher. You got to keep doing it. See, a lot of people, they do these things and then they stop doing it.
You got to be consistent.
You got to be consistent because, you know, disease is consistent. That's the one thing we don't get, that when you get sick, diabetes doesn't take a day off. Being sick, cancer doesn't take, you got to defeat it and then you got to stay on top of it and you got to keep doing this. So you got to eat right all the time. Even though I don't like some of the stuff, you got to eat it.
But like everything Chef brings you like.
She's different.
But we talked about that on our first hour was when you see it, you get a baseline and then you can make some changes in your life and do the healthy aspect.
But you got to do it.
You have to do it, and it's a process, and you've done a lot of it. And
Well,
Barbara,
I think it's important to also note, like what Freddie was talking about with the FDA and, you know, things not being pure and having Viagra. This is where these types of these products come in because they're pure and they're very, very reasonable. And you can go and, you know, go anywhere and they're like you said, FDA doesn't regulate anything. I mean, I remember going to lectures and looking about CBD oil and Jamie talking about flipping it over. It says 100% pure CBD oil and you turn it over and it's got like, you know, 50 ingredients.
right, so it's a proprietary blend.
Yeah.
This does not. The essentials is
They're
pure,
all pure.
everything that it is.
And very, very, very reasonable.
And
Very.
it works because I'm going to tell you, I'm living proof that whatever's
Was
going on with
life-changing
me,
for you,
it
I
works.
think.
And it's funny because people say, like Gio's in town, and we had this conversation yesterday because he's telling me how people market things and say, oh, you know, it does this, and they market it. They're marketing strategists.
Right.
But I'm a walking truth. You know, I mean, I've lost the weight. I know what being in a hospital intensive care, and when they tell you you're not leaving here, get your papers in order, I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to tell me I don't. You're not
That's it.
going to tell me that this isn't good for me. You're just not going to do it because I've been there. I've seen it. And it ain't a fun place to be. So
And
if
you're
you-
living it right
and
now.
I'm living it. And if you have any questions, give us a call.
Give us a call. You can always find our V card. Also, send us a message at 80800. In the
It
message,
started.
Cafe. What
No.
started?
CBD.
Yeah,
It has started.
you're being cut off.
I'm for flying, baby.
But Barbara, imagine if we could have people cut down on their antidepressants and take like an all-natural product, blue-green algae. Imagine helping all these kids that have ADD, ADHD, the anxiety, the depression, without all of these pharmaceuticals. You know, the problem with our water, Freddie, is that people are flushing these pills into the septic systems, and that is we're drinking the water.
The problem with the water is we're
Absolutely.
flushing everything
So you
into
talk
it.
about Viagra in
the vitamin.
In the vitamin, do you know that if you go to Leslie, one of the highest toxins that people are testing for
Viagra.
is Viagra.
Yes, because it's everywhere. They
because
use
people,
it.
it's being used in vitamins, it's being flushed down the toilets, and then we're ingesting it in our showers and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Well, they're saying that there's something in the Viagra that helps stimulate this energy. And we don't have Viagra in essentials, right?
I'd really rather
No.
have the blue-green algae.
Have you, ladies and gentlemen, have you seen this product? This is essentials is an algae form base. This stuff is like unbelievable. You know, I take this stuff to make me feel better. It gives me energy and everything else. I've been
Bye,
on it
Jacob.
for 6 months. See you later,
Bye.
new guy. And it's pure. It doesn't have anything in there that shouldn't be in there. It's just a wonderful, wonderful product. Aerate with a glass of water.
There's 5 capsules in there, and you take it. There's 5 daily, and the great thing about the essentials, it literally just replaces every vitamin that you're taking because it has everything in it.
Everything.
It has pre and probiotics. Well, you can talk to me after if you want to. I'll be happy to help you.
But this thing, because I was an 11.2 a year and a half ago on your birthday, a year ago on her birthday, I was in intensive care because I had what I have.
You had diabetic ketoacidosis.
That stuff. So I was in bad shape, and the doctors could not get this drug that was in me. They couldn't get it out for 3 days. They were filtering it out, trying. I lost 6 pounds in 7 hours. It was just the craziest time of my life. And when I came to meet these, it was this lady.
Barbara was here. Yeah, we brought Barbara on.
Brought Barbara on. This lady was here, and she came in and she sat with me and she said, "Try it." And I tried it. And this thing, it gave me the energy of Hercules. There was nothing I couldn't do. I started walking again. I started. And that's how it affected me. It's how it helped me. And Dawn's husband takes it. If he don't get it, he gives Groucho Marx. He's a little grouchy because it gives him energy, right? It gets you going. All of a sudden, it works differently for everybody. It's the thing
It
I love
does.
about
It
it.
fills in those nutritional gaps too because of all the food out there, the processed food.
Now you
and
use this too,
water.
right?
Yeah, I use it. Yep. And I have my mom on it. My best friend Laura's on it. Yeah.
And Chef Z uses the chlorophyll and the blue green in food.
Right, yep.
Amazing.
It's blue green algae.
Blue green algae.
Barbara, can we
from a lake in Oregon.
Can we say that it could potentially help with anxiety and depression and moodiness?
So here's how we say that, legally and also truthfully. When you have the right minerals, and we need like 17 different microminerals, then your brain can create all the biochemicals that make us feel happy, the dopamine and the serotonin and all those wonderful things. In lack of those minerals, those brain chemicals cannot be formed. Let's say you get the minerals. If you don't have the right probiotics, the right bacteria, you still can't create those brain chemicals. Let's say you get the probiotics. Oh, well, if you don't have B12, you still can't create those brain chemicals. So when you get something like the wild blue green algae that has more viable B12 than any other food on the planet, as well as all of the minerals, and in the essentials, also the probiotics, and then all the other cofactors that make nutrition work, now all of a sudden you're talking about your body has what it needs to do what it wants to do, which is to be healthy and happy.
And we talked last week about the probiotics in gut health.
Yeah.
And that increasing the serotonin. The serotonin helps with mood. And there's so many things with your gut health. It's so important. The probiotics, we have the probiotics in the essentials. We do the air probiotics. We really do. It's everything combined. We say it takes a village. It's everything.
Do a
and
little
you got
bit
it,
of it.
and the chef is drinking it there.
Now I got a question, Barbara. I got a question. Is something in the essentials helps you sleep at night?
Once again, when you have the right minerals and you have the right chemistry, you will sleep better. Part of what's going on is that good rest really depends on your body. One, having been able to walk or move enough to be physically tired out, but two, also that you have the right chemicals going through the entire sleep cycle.
Thank you, Barbara. Check it out. EatEssentialsNow.com. BCTV fan for your 10% off. And always give us a call. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Barbara, thank you so much.
Thank
and be
you,
kind to each
Barbara.
other.
Bye, Barbara. Love you,
Bye-bye.
Barbara.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000 square foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Health and Vitamin Concepts can help balance you through an innovative, non-invasive biomeridian assessment that measures the energetic properties of your body and naturally corrects the imbalances. Offering a complete thyroid, hormone, and nutritional profile, Health and Vitamin Concepts identifies the specific vitamins and herbs in the exact amount your body needs. Call for more information, 561-392-8448, or visit online at healthandvitaminconcepts.com. If you're ready to have more energy, better health, and a greater sense of well-being, make an appointment today at Health and Vitamin Concepts in Boca Raton at 7152 Barracassa Way. Call 561-392-8448. That's 561-392-8448.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.